If stoner movies didn't mean movies about smoking weed, but instead movies that are fucking amazing to watch while you're high, what are your favorites? I had a professor in film school who told us that the only way to watch 2001: A Space Odyssey was to go to a theater, get really high, and then lay down in front of the first row, so you're looking almost straight up along the screen's surface. Was that Professor Jennings at Faber College? Big Trouble in Little China. Romance. Action. Kurt Russell. No bad part in that movie. Oh my god. No. Please. What is that? Don't tell me. Jim or Yagot, cause I can take it. Look, I'm a reasonable guy, but I've just seen some very unreasonable things. Anything David Attenborough. I get stoned to escape existential dread. I don't need to be reminded of all the shit we are destroying. Turn off the audio and put on music. Now it's an adventure. I recommend Bloom by Beach House Edit. I'm loving all the music recs you're sending my way. Looks like the rest of my night is planned. The first time I did shrooms I put on one of the Ocean Planet Earth episodes. The narration was bumming me out though, so I put on headphones and listened to Mary with the Post Pavilion and had a great time. Dude, what better music to watch trippy animals do weird shit than Animal Collective? Best album of 2009 I reckon. Big Fish. Very colorful movie and the story is better when you're stoned. Oh damn. It's a beautiful movie, but how do you get through it without sobbing? There are only 2 scenes that consistently make me cry, no matter how many times I've seen them. One is from this movie and the other is from My Girl lol. He can't see without his glasses. Every time. Seen the movie over a dozen times. Fully know when it's coming up, and then it happens, and hits like a truck. Kung Fu Hustle and Shaolin Soccer. Kung Fu Hustle has the dopest music. The scene where the landlords get ready to fight that prisoner guy in the casino is probably my favorite. 10/10 sauced. Yoo. When she fucking sucks down a whole ciggy in a single breath. Fucking know something big's about to happen. I love the landlady she cray I. Be quiet. Apostrophe. The Fifth Element. Watched it high last night. Can confirm. Good while high. Good while sober too. Get back to me after you've tried it our way though. This is a way. The Muppets Movie. Original. My girlfriend at the time and I randomly put it on while smoking, and it was fucking fantastic. Everything from the songs to the crazy ass plot and all the old stars. Plus that particular kind of pun-based / slapstick comedy that the Muppets do is just fantastic while stoned. I can't find the quote, but I love the part where Drive, Teeth and Electric Mayhem show up and save Kermit. And when he asks how did you ever find us? Drive, Teeth is like because we read the script you gave us and knew you would be here. That moment is one of my favorite fourth wall breaks ever. I don't know why, but I find script related fourth wall breaks to be particularly hilarious. The archery contest at the end of Robin Hood Men in Tights is another favorite. I lost. Wait a minute, I'm not supposed to lose. Waking Life. Anything from Studio Ghibli. The Life Aquatic. Do the interns get Glocks? They get one to share. Is that my espresso machine? Tangled is shockingly good while stoned. The artists originally wanted to make the whole film look like watercolors and wound up dialing it way back in the final product. I've watched it a couple of times and was just blown away by the detail and the art. It's also Disney, so it doesn't fuck with my anxiety too much. Bonus, it's even better on mushrooms. My friend and I sat in my cave of a living room on shrooms and watched a bunch of Disney/animated movies for hours. It was fantastic. No one was allowed in our cave, and we had the best time. We watched My Neighbor Totoro, Ponyo, Coco, definitely the best visuals, Alice in Wonderland, Tangled, and WALL-E. I feel like I'm missing one or two, but it was a great movie. Lidoop. Holy hell, WALL-E would low-key put me in a bad trip. Feo. I think Ponyo is the most fever dream of all of those. Ponyo is wild. All of the Wallace and Gromit films, the visual comedy is even better. We forgot Thackracus. CHE's Gromit. Everyone knows the moon's made of cheese. Galaxy Quest. Till the actual meaning of stoner movie. 24 years on this planet and I always thought it meant a movie that was ideally watched while stoned. To be fair, anyone who loves movies about stoners is probably a stoner himself. Does anybody actually like movies about stoners? I'm a stoner and I don't care for them. They are never accurate. Plus, I don't like being reminded of how normal, productive people view losers like myself. Cheech and Chong had a few good ones. I like the original Harold and Kumar, mostly Morty Wowie, but it's got some Labrador in it. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was a fantastic movie to watch. So was A Scanner Darkly. If you liked A Scanner Darkly, watch Waking Life, it will blow your mind. Check out Undone 2. Zardoz went in with zero expectation and was absolutely blown away with the world and plot. Now it's one of my favorites ever. Don't lie, you just want to see Sean Connery in a codpiece. Shifty Eyes meme. Darmok. When Jalad Fell. Airplane, and yes, I am. But don't call me Shirley. Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue. Okay boys, let's get some pictures. Apostrophe. I've never been so scared. But at least I have a husband. The Cornetto trilogy. I've seen the first two so many times I can't watch them anymore. World's End wasn't amazing. I watched in cinema too and was a little disappointing. It's a big tonal shift from the first two, but it's structured the same way. Lots of hidden things and messages that are funnier on repeat watches. But it's also a very sad movie about alcoholism and how destructive it is. That's a tough swallow when Sean and Hot Fuzz are just utterly ridiculous in their premise. World's End applies that silliness to a much more sobering, pun intended, tenet and doesn't quite stick the landing. Unless you happen to have experience with addiction. Then, in my opinion, it's a flawed masterpiece and near god tier level of acting from Simon Pegg. I can't speak for Hot Fuzz, but Shaun of the Dead deals with the inability to change and mature as we grow older. It's not just some silly comedy without anything deeper. Hot Fuzz, I feel like, had messages about not being scared of your life becoming boring or uneventful. As like that seems that way to most can turn out to be just as exciting. Lot of messages about not overworking and missing life in the process. Your job should not be the entirety of your life and personality. Fantasia. I love both of the Fantasia movies. It is now my goal to watch them. They have got to be absolutely insane. Speed Racer makes shiny boom boom. Are we talking about the Wachowski movie? Cause I love that movie. Is that the one where the dad was a gold medal wrestler or some shit and everyone basically knew how to kick ass? Or was I too high and imagined this? That's the one. Even that was a perfect dramatic reveal moment. Though, Pops was mostly just large up until the ninja fight. When in the span of 4 seconds he goes from under attack to catching the fist with his fist and completely dwarfing it, which is wearing a ring denoting that he's a goddamn Greco-Roman wrestling state champion. And then Pops is folding the ninja in half over his head in the next beat. So good. Not quite a movie but on Netflix. Love, Death and Robots is pretty damn awesome. One of the best things I've seen, and I've practically made smoking and watching sci-fi into a hobby at this point. Samsara. It has no dialogue, but it's filled with beautiful and sometimes disturbing images. I watched that during a LSD trip and the Clayface scene was very unexpected. Same here. First time I took acid I watched this. The cow milking scene had me so fucked up I never drank milk again. The Matrix. I used to watch all the time as a kid, but just recently I watched it stoned and it just took on a whole new level. Very fun to watch. It's so much better when high. Everything is. For example, this thread is decent, but because I'm stoned AF right now, I'm scrolling through all the suggestions with a big grin on my face. Kung POW, Enter the Fist and Hot Rod are two classics. I'm a great magician. Your clothes are red. I've seen that movie so many times, but me finally realized the guy's clothing was actually changing colors. Haha. When I'm high, colors get loud. Asporin. Taco Bell. Taco Bell. Product placement for Taco Bell. Enchirito. Nacho. Burrito. Koyoneskatsi edit. I suggest taking mushrooms and holding on to your hat. On this note, Baraka and Samsara edit. A word. 2001 Space Odyssey. The colored lights were trippy. I had to scroll way too far to find this response. The Big Lebowski. Yeah, well, that's just, like, your opinion, man. Shut the F up. Donnie, I'm the walrus. Dude, Chinaman is not the preferred nomenclature. Blade Runner 2049. And recommend having a decent sound system and turning that bitch to 11. I smoked before going to see in theaters. Passed out halfway through lol. Yeah, I love smoking before a movie, but I had to be sober for this one. It's like 3 hours long. Lol, this is my favorite smoking movie. The cyberpunk world, blaring beautiful music, sweet visuals, and intriguing story are perfect for being stoned. I found that Pulp Fiction, either of the Kill Bill movies and the Grand Budapest Hotel are all terrific to watch when I'm high. Wes Anderson movies in general are excellent when stoned. Their unusual beauty is weird and fantastic. It's his color scheme, the wide-angle lenses, side trucking and whip hands that get me, even when I'm sober. Run Lala Run. I've only seen this movie once, while out of my gourd. It was terrifying. I talked to my friends the next day and apparently it's not a horror film. We had this whole routine, where we'd take a bunch of ecstasy, and watch Run Lala Run with the sound muted and a particular DJ set playing. It was a stupid activity, but it was magical for us in that place and time. Wondering if we went to some of the same parties. This was memorably awesome in my early 20s. If you went to big parties in the Northeast between 97 and 02, there's a good chance I was there, too. Anything from Studio Ghibli. Yeah, I'm not watching Grave of the Fireflies while high. Sorry, I can't watch it while sober. I didn't even get past the train station scene with the dying people. That's going on my to-watch list now. Paprika. That movie is a serious mind-defying area. At K. Perfect Blue is also amazing. High or not, Satoshi Kon was a genius. If you are new to TattleTale TV, please subscribe. We have new videos every day. Stay tuned for more coming up next.